What's going on, everyone? MikeO back with a grading submission reveal video. This time SGC. So an SGC submission reveal here. 101 cards. A bunch of them are mine. Some are others. I've got a few people from my PSA group who are in this one. We got Victor and Mike M, Ed, and Brian. So have some cards for them, have some cards for me, and gonna unveil them all now. I have not unboxed them yet, so will be a few minutes. So if you're watching live, have fun hanging out. If you're watching this in the archive, you can always fast forward a little bit, unless you love seeing cards cut out of boxes. But we're gonna see how this goes here. Should be a lot of fun. They were well packaged. Just for information purposes, this was sent off on March 27th. It was received and logged by SGC into their system on April 1st. It was completed last Monday, so I guess it was April 20th. Today is April 27th. This is when it arrived. A little slow on shipping, and that's not on SGC. That is on the United States Postal Service. They were typically mail from Florida to Pennsylvania. Priority mail would be, I want to say, 2 to 3 days. And this one, was scheduled for Friday and then didn't actually show up till Monday. So that's all right. Either way, very quick. So happy about that. As you can see, well packaged. They were well packed in a really strong box as well with paper. These ones all rubber band up in the SGC boxes. So take a look there. Who do we have in the chat right now? We have Mr. Andrew, what's up? We have Candace, what's going on? The Tennis Advocate, Mets Fan 22, and Wesker Griff, Robert Gonzalez as well. Thank you guys all for checking it out. What's up, Amyo? SGC's customer service is outstanding. Very quick responses. Their grading is considered very accurate. Their holders are very nice. Some people think they're the best. I mean, I like PSA holders a lot as well, but I do really like SGC. Their turnaround times are very good. We'll see if that can be sustained because business is definitely up. So hopefully they can sustain that. That would be ideal. Prices are fairly inexpensive. And they have a large presence in the hobby for a long amount of time. I mean, they've been around since the late 90s, so they've obviously been doing this for a long time. They've been a standard when it comes to vintage and pre-war and stuff like that, but modern stuff, the modern game, has been jumping up a lot. They do have, you can go to Superior Fit Innovations. They sell great holders for SGC slabs. What's up, Creighton? What's up, Devatak? Cubs for Life, Crazy Kev, Daily Sports Talk, Bobbles and Ball Cards. What's going on, man? Joel, Scott. There's a bunch of people jumping in here. Jaden. All right, so we'll start getting into the reveal here. I'm going to kind of try and do it in order if I can. I'm assuming they're hopefully in order. Nice little touch here to protect the top card with a sleeve from the rubber band. What's up, Creighton? So here's a 2018 Topps Living Babe Ruth in a Gem 10. This one belongs to Victor. So congrats on the Babe. Another Babe Ruth in a 10. And as you can see, for those not familiar with SGC, some people complain about the label. I actually really like the label. I personally hope they don't change anything on it, but that's just my opinion. It is kind of plain, but I don't know, it just fits. I think less is more when it comes to the label, as long as it's pretty solid looking. I mean, I do like PSA's label a little bit more, but overall. So here's a look at the entire card. Obviously, they have the black around the sides, so the card really does stand out a lot. So really nice there with the Babe. Got another Babe Ruth in a 10. The old SGC label was terrible, in my personal opinion. The old green label with the different scale, I'm not a fan of that at all. But this one, I've grown very used to. It's like anything. I think the more used you get to something, the more you just accept it. So here's a Cal Ripken in a 10. This is also Victor's. Another Ripken in a Gem 10. What's up, Jeremy IPTTM? Living Nolan Ryan in a 10. As I usually try and say during live things, guys, check out everyone's channels that are in here in the chat. I know a good portion of the guys in here do make videos, so I highly encourage you to check out each other's channels, give some subs, check out all their content. What's up, HerdFan87? Another one for Victor, Nolan Ryan in a 10. So Victor did very well in his living set cards. What's up, Egg? Here's a 9.5 Mint Plus, the Reggie Jackson. 1986 Topps Woolworth. I do personally like the 9.5. I've heard some people don't like that. To me, as someone who's been grading a lot with PSA over the last several years and pretty experienced at looking at cards, there's definitely cards that, in my opinion, are not quite gem mint, but they are superior to most 9s. So I do like the 9.5 level. I just think there's a time and a place for those cards personally. I mean, if you're going to have half grades for every other one, I don't see why you wouldn't have it for 9, between 9 and 10. Here's a Tony Gwynn in a Gem 10, that Woolworth set. So more cards for Victor. These are pretty cool. They do look really nice in the SGC holders. Don Mattingly in a 9.5. Here's a 10 Eddie Murray. It's a nice set. I gotta look up and see. I'm not super familiar with this Woolworth set, but I gotta look up and see if there was a Philly in it, which you would think a guy like Schmidt or Carlton. Well, Carlton maybe not, but at that point in time. But Schmidt's got a good shot to be in there. It's an 86 Donruss Highlights, Jose Canseco, and a 10. All right, so this one might be Mike M's. I'm not sure. I have the list to the side, but didn't look at it. Trey Young, 9.5, Mint Plus. We've got a Luka Doncic, 9.5, Mint Plus. I'll look this up real quick. Yeah, these ones are Mike M's. So that means Ed, his cards are coming up very soon. Here's a 9 mint on the Bo Bichette from 2020 Topps. And an 8.5 on the Gary Carter Chasing History. Got a 10 grade on the autograph. So a nice Gary Carter there for Mike M. All right, so we got some cards here for Mr. Wesker Griff. I'm sure he'll be doing a reveal on his channel with these as well. And look how nice this looks. A 10 gem mint, Bryce Harper Power Producers from 2019 Bowman's Best. Beautiful looking card. And I believe Ed has a story about this that I'm sure he'll share on his channel about some extra meaning to it. So that's just a beautiful looking card though. Sweet. Yeah, I can see that, Jeremy. That Mike M was for another Mike M, Mike Matei, who's here on YouTube. There's a couple Mike M's. There's another one for Ed, Pete Alonso, Power Producers, Gem 10. A mint 9 on the 2019 Topps Chrome, Ramon Laureano. Carter Keyboom from Chrome Update in a Gem 10. Austin Riley in a Gem 10. Another big thing that SGC does that really is a big standout is the fact that they actually do have seller-ready images that they let you access. So you can get scans of these cards, which you see before they ship. So that is, to me, just amazing because they're super high res. They look great. Another 2019 Topps Chrome Update, Austin Riley, Gem 10. (2019) Chrome Update, Vlad Jr., Gem 10. So this one's going to be mostly modern cards. 2019 Topps Chrome Update, Vlad Jr., Mint 9. With PSA, I've always labeled the cards and put them in different parts of the holders or break them up. This one I haven't had an issue. I did do another one where there were some duplicates that I did the same thing, just labeled them, separated them, let them know. So that's the way we did that. All right, what else we got here? All right, let's get into this stack next. So we got some coming up for Brian. All right, we'll eventually get to that bottom part. Take the invoice out. Throw that to the side. All right, so here is a 2018 Bowman Chrome Draft. Anthony Siegler autograph. Card graded 9.5 mint plus, auto a 10. So nice Siegler there. We've got Josh Bro, Sparkle Refractor, got a mint 9 and a 10 in the auto. What's up, 4K Sports? It's a nice one here. 2018 Bowman Chrome Draft. Jackson Cower, Purple Refractor auto. Got a 10 on the card and a 10 on the auto. So dual 10s there for the Cower. 2018 Bowman Chrome Draft. Noah Naylor autograph. Blue Wave Refractor. Gem 10, Gem 10. It's a really nice card there. Got dual 10s on the Quinn Priester, Bowman Chrome Draft auto. Another Priester, got a 9.5 mint plus and a 10 on the auto. We got dual 10s on the Daniel Lynch Refractor from 2018 Bowman Chrome Draft. Dual 10s on the Bubik. Dual 10s on the Hakeem Butler. It's a nice looking card. The Camo Prism. It was about 20-day turnaround between shipping both ways, maybe 30 days. So pretty quick. What's up, Native Son, Hank? Dual 10s on the Dallas Goddard. I think I know there's some debate going back and forth about PSA and SGC, and I don't have time to read it all while I'm doing the reveal, but I do think SGC has been gaining steam for a while. And I do think that the influx of orders right now will continue to get the market with more cards, which will just get people more used to SGC and buying stuff. 9 and a 10 on the Goddard blue. And a 9 and a 10 on the Josh Allen from Contenders. So I think everyone did pretty well in this order overall. The rest of these cards are mine. Mostly new modern stuff. I have a couple vintage cards I sent just for fun. A lot of times when I have decent looking vintage, I just like to get it slabbed. Just prefer my vintage slab. So here's a 5, excellent. 53 Bowman color, Bob Porterfield. So cool card there. Washington Senator. And then also got a 5 on the 55 Topps Jim Pierce. Check out the old school Cincinnati Reds logo. What's up, Dustin Bellinger? Sent in this 2019 Donruss Optic Gardner Minshew, the second. Got a 9.5 Mint Plus. And a Patrick Mahomes 10 Gem Mint. Pretty sure these Optic are from a box I opened during halftime of the Super Bowl. But just a cool card there. I am personally just not a fan of Beckett. That is by far my least favorite of the 3 big graders. So I got a 10 Gem Mint on this JT Real Muto. Just one I sent in because I wanted to have it slabbed. Just thought it was an awesome looking card. It's from 2019 Topps Gold Label. It's Class 3, black. So parallel of a parallel, but beautiful looking card. Shout out to Herd Fan if he's still here. I know he's a big JT fan. I don't really like Beckett's slabs, labels, and honestly, I have just seen a lot of cards that I did not care for their overall grading. Not that all companies don't have their occasional issues with grading, but here's a Jesus Luzardo. Got a 9 Mint from opening day. I think I sent this in mostly just because, well, Jesus Luzardo is fairly popular from the rookie class, and it was one of his first rookie cards from like a standard top set, and I just figured, what the hell, I'll send it in. Here's a 10 Gem on a Gavin Lux from opening day. I think I opened one blaster box or mega box or whatever of opening day, and that was it. Another 2020 Topps opening day, Yordan Alvarez, 10 Gem. Beautiful card, rookie cup. Hopefully these guys get a chance to shine and get a chance to play. I guess we will see. All right, well, here is the first gold label, the first pristine of the order. 2020 Topps opening day, Fernando Tatis Jr. red foil. So really sweet looking card. Nice little shine to it. Obviously one of the hot players in the hobby. Tatis Jr. People going crazy over his cards, specifically his rookie cards, but got the 10 pristine on that one. And these are super sensitive cards too. They are tough. So very happy with that. Got a 10 on the 2018 Bowman Prospects Christian Pache. First Bowman, one of the big time prospects there for the Braves. Another 10 on Pache. Bowman paper, obviously not the most popular of cards, but I figured some of the prospects I'd send in. Got a 9.5 on the Ohtani from Bowman. And then a 9 on the Luis Robert. So obviously would prefer a 9.5. I think these papers are fairly sensitive, and I didn't really expect 10s on them, but I was kind of shooting for the 9.5. So a little short on that one, but it's all right. Luis Robert has enough of a following that I think if I decide to move it, I could probably get my money back on it without much of an issue. All right, so ready for the next stack. Remove the rubber bands. It's another Luis Robert 9.5 Mint Plus from the paper. I sent in a ton of prospect cards in my last order I sent in, which is currently waiting to be graded and hopefully will be done, in the next couple weeks. We'll see. Is a Mint Plus, 9.5 on the Franco. We got a 2019 Bowman Prospects Wander Franco Gem 10. Another one of the players people are chasing in the hobby right now. Had some papers sitting around, so sent them in. Got another 10 gem. 9.5 on this one. Got a dual 10 here on the Ozzy Albies. This is an orange refractor, Rookie of the Year favorites insert from 2018 Bowman Chrome Megas. So very nice to get a pair of 10s on that. Luis Robert only got a 9 on the 2019 Bowman Mega Box. Cool looking card though. Obviously a very highly sought after card. Whoops, forgot to move that house phone. 10 gem mint on the 2018 Bowman Chrome Mega Box. Gleyber Torres. So a 10 gem. We've got a 10 gem 2018 Bowman Chrome Prospects Juan Soto. So a nice Soto gem 10. Christian Pache 9.5 mint plus. Gem 10, another Pache. Nine and a half mint plus on the Franco Chrome. Another 9.5 on a Franco Chrome. 10 gem Franco. And I think, you can debate values and stuff all you want, but I could have sent this Wander Franco off the PSA maybe in a month, maybe in 2 months, who knows? And then I could have waited months on end. I mean, I really think there's a chance bulk orders won't be coming back. Best case scenario, September to December, maybe even 2021. So, I mean, to me, even if there's a little less value in a Gem 10 SGC, I would rather have the card back in hand so I have control over just keeping it, sending it off to someone else, selling it, doing whatever I want to do, rather than have it just stuck. I mean, there's cards out there that you have no control over anytime soon. Here's a rookie debut, Cavan Biggio, Gem 10. And I think that's got to be a factor. Here's a 10 gem mint, Mike Trout. Sweet looking card for the Trout collection. Gem 10 on the Castanheira. Topps Update rookie. Gem 10 on the Yordan Alvarez Aquino 2020 Rookie Stars from Topps Heritage. Here's one of the bigger cards in the order. 2020 Topps Action Variation Yordan Alvarez Gem 10. Beautiful looking card there. I love that giant rookie cup. PSA is making progress on some of their open orders. I mean, I've seen today there was no movement. I have a lot of open orders with them, and a lot of them have seen some movement lately. So hopefully they are catching up a little bit. This is a 10 gem Castanheira rookie review. It was a Topps On Demand set. Kind of a tough set. A lot of chipping and slight issues I've seen with them. 9.5 mint plus. Cavan Biggio 9.5 mint plus. Another Biggio at a 9.5 mint plus. Luis Araz, 9.5 mint plus. And I love this set that Topps put out. It's from the Throwback Thursday. It's the Topps Kids, which was a product they put out back in probably like 1990, 1991. And it was awesome, and I loved it as a kid. It was hilarious. They did a 5 or 6 card set, and they're sweet, so I sent some of them off. So here's a Guerrero Gem 10. Basically, when I send off multiples of cards I want in the collection, usually I send it off and I just think, all right, here's my best chance at pulling the highest grade possible to keep. And then, you know, if I get multiples, I can move a couple to help recoup fees, because obviously this hobby can be expensive, breaking product, getting cards graded, all that stuff can add up. There's another Luis Ariz 9.5 Mint Plus. Got a Gem 10 on an Eloy Jimenez. $9.5 Mint Plus on an Eloy. Fernando Tatis Jr. 9.5 Mint Plus. 9.5 Mint Plus Tatis. Only a 9 on this one. What's up, Bacon? Only a 9 a mint on this Guerrero. $9.5 Mint Plus Guerrero Jr. Got a 10 on the Guerrero photo variation. Man, they're really blowing up this landline, which, yes, does exist. I don't even know who that is. 10 gem on the Rafael Devers Galactic Wave. Nice Devers rookie. Got a 10 on the Waves Shohei Ohtani. $10 gem on the Walker Buehler. A 10 on a high-tech Ozzy Albies. Here's a 10 gem Cody Bellinger, Topps Kids. $10 gem Cody Bellinger. 10 gem Gleyber Torres. 10 gem Gleyber Torres. Ronald Acuna Jr., 10 gem. We got a gold label pristine, Ronald Acuna Jr. It's always nice to get a little pristine action. We got Juan Soto. Juan Soto Gem 10. Fernando Tatis. Uh-oh. See some more gold down there. Another Tatis Gem 10. We get a Tatis 10 Pristine. Obviously, these are cards that come directly from Topps. They're part of their on-demand line, so they're not inserted in a pack. So, a little better chance to get a higher grade. Obviously, it can always still be tough because, well, I've got plenty of stuff directly from Topps that comes either chipped up or super off-center, but still. 9.5 Mint Plus on that Tatis. Another gold. Got a gold pristine Vlad Guerrero Jr. Again, just a big fan of these Topps. Throwback Thursday. I think it's one of the really fun things Topps does. It doesn't get a tremendous amount of love hobby-wise, price-wise, but I just think there's a lot of sweet cards for player collectors out there. And the final card of the order is a 10 gem mint Vlad Guerrero Jr. So overall, thought it was really fun. A strong submission, a lot of fun stuff, a lot of prospects, mostly modern, which, you know, SGC is seeing right now is a modern boom of stuff. And we'll see. I think if people are happy with the overall quality of orders, the timeliness. I think that's only going to lead to people being more inclined to use SGC. I mean, yes, there's a lot of people that are looking for. That's fine, Bobbles. I think there's a lot of people that want to maximize, so they might send their super high-end cards still to PSA, but I think it all just kind of depends. That doesn't mean I'm not going to use PSA going forward, but I am going to be more inclined to use SGC more often, maybe even for the bulk of my grading. So we'll see. And I'll buy either, and I've been willing and happy to buy either overall. I mean, I will say for vintage, I'm more likely to buy an SGC in a higher grade than a PSA. For vintage, though, personally, for me, the grade is basically irrelevant. It's all about what the card looks like. And I just use the grade as kind of a price guide, if that makes sense. And I'm always happy with vintage, with a good-looking card that's well-centered in a lower grade, save some money. That's how I buy vintage. Modern, obviously, you would like to have a 9 or 10. Nothing really below that, generally speaking. But it also can depend. I mean, if you're going to go buy a Tom Brady rookie or a Derek Jeter SP, you're going to have to accept that lower grade. So I've had a lot of fun. I hope everyone's enjoyed the video. Been a lot of great conversation. Sorry I couldn't participate in all of it. Missed a lot of it. Probably should have had one of my stands ready so I wouldn't have to hold that card. But appreciate everyone watching. What's up, Marky Michaels? Glad to see you're jumping on that bandwagon as well. Hopefully everyone had a great time. And it's a lot of fun. I had fun with the reveal. I have another order out right now with them. It's about 240 cards that they received, I want to say early last week, I think. So hopefully in a few weeks, I mean, I know they're starting to get pumped up with a lot of orders, so you can't necessarily bet on that 20-day turnaround, but it's going to be close to that. If it's not 20 business days, it's going to probably not be more than 30. So I'm looking forward to that coming in. And when it does, I will certainly have another reveal. I'll be sending out to SGC again in another week or two. I have a few people from my group that want to send some stuff in, and I have my own stuff as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I will be back live with a PSA reveal, hopefully tomorrow afternoon. I should have an order coming in from PSA. It's only like 100 and some cards, so that's not too much. So it'll be fun to drop off and show off, and appreciate everyone hanging out, checking out the video, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Have a great one.